what I actually wanted to show you was basically how we go from this to this. 60% and 40 to nothing, just natural daylight. That's what we get. I can obviously switch one of them on or switch it off. This is actually how it is when all the lights are actually switched off. I only have a bit of light from my second monitor, so that's probably my biggest light source at the moment. It is around 7:45 at night. We've got a bit of light. It's summer in South Africa. In a situation where I would have to do a podcast or some sort of video, me talking to a camera, and a lot more of those are going to come, trust me. What would happen is that this is the best sort of situation. This is the low light conditions. I've got a Roku webcam, actually, not even a video camera, a webcam, which is actually doing this right now. What I would have to do is obviously switch on a couple of lights, switch on the lights on the inside, or a lot of the recording that I'll try to do, some of the podcasts will normally be sometime in the afternoon. That way I can get a lot of natural light coming in because our lighting conditions, I guess, aren't exactly 100% adequate or sharp. This limits some of the podcasts I can do because I have to try and get people which are available on a Saturday or Sunday in the afternoon. And that's sort of people's chill time. People are more readily available, let's say sometime during the week, in the evening, but the lighting conditions might not be great for me. Let's say before this, it wasn't too much of a problem, but Imola, as you would know, obviously doing a filmography and videography and stuff like that. She's obviously sold me on the idea of having great camera quality in terms of making the videos a lot more engaging for people. For me, it has always been more about the audio, but I am starting to see the need for more video. You've seen me unboxing the GODOX ES45s. The thing is that I've always been looking for lights, but they're always quite expensive. I think you would notice that the cheapest and most affordable you probably get are sort of ring lights. And even when you start looking at key lights and streaming lights, as well as other sort of lighting sources, it can be quite expensive. I actually stumbled upon an amazing shop called camerastuff.co.za.
Actually, you could probably use this to mount a camera on. The same size.
So here's a sweetener. Camerastuff.co.za is having a special from the 1st to the 14th of February, and they will be having 10 to 25% off of all GODOX products. So basically, you can get these lights at such a good price. But if you really want to enhance your videos, your podcasts, as I said, the content that you make, you can actually really get for a really good price within SA. Check out camerastuff.co.za.
Is it nice?
Yeah, it's actually, I think you can actually record in a fully dark room, I would believe, because it really looks like a sun.
You've got two knobs on here. One is to control I know the term is Kelvin in terms of light intensity. So what you'll be able to notice is that, actually it's on 0. So you first have to obviously give it a bit of light. I think that's where they talk about, some YouTubers talk about 10% to 20%. And then based on that, I can obviously change the intensity of the lights. So that's obviously 6500 Kelvin. Anyway, I'm playing with the buttons. All I know is that I can get the desired effect that I want, which is quite nice. So this is the remote. It connects to the back to charge while you're not using it. But if you want to keep it on your desk permanently and still have it charged, there is a Type-C port right there that can be used to charge the remote. That's actually really cool because then I can play with this in terms of the percentage and then ramp up the intensity of it. So I've got like a little sun at my disposal. You can actually see the color temperature changing, being a lot more white or more orange to suit your mood. And what you'd want to do is probably have two different lights. One is a full light and one on the other side to obviously complement it and fill in the shadows. Luckily, there are two of them. I did buy two. But I think where it will shine and you'll see the big differences at night. So definitely I'll have to record one tonight or tomorrow night because there's so much natural light coming in anyway. But you can definitely see the difference. So this is obviously everything off, just natural light coming in. Once I obviously start playing with it, let's take it first to 10%. That's 10%. So can you see a small difference? Can you see a small difference? Okay, so take it up to 10%, or that's quick, 20%. Okay, you can see a massive difference. Change in the video. Take it up to 30%, massive change. And when you go to 40%, and then now I can also start talking about changing the intensity of changing it from a very orange light to a very bright white light, which is actually really cool. So from what I understand, you can also use one remote to control both lights because it has got a channel which it's obviously tuned to in terms of frequency. I just did a quick overview. The GODOX ES45 from camerastuff.co.za.
Yeah, I think you go to that.
I know, I want to surprise you, but then I'm like, I don't know. I can't hold the price. That's going to be interesting. We can obviously turn them on and see the difference that it makes too.
CCT is the color temperature, and the other one is the brightness. Okay, so dim, which is this one, which will work with the brightness, which obviously makes sense. It's getting brighter or dimmer, both sides. And then color temperature, making it super warm, getting less warm in terms of temperature, more warm. Oh no, I'm not lighting it. You can see the change in fluctuation by doing this. Ooh. Fire. Do you see the difference, obviously?
The huge difference when the lights are on or off.
Is to make it brighter or lighter. I see that. There's a screen-to-screen thing that happens on it. The recording right now would be natural daylight, meaning no assistance, nothing else. I have to be blessed to have a good, warm, sunny day. And it really is sunny today, actually. It's quite bright outside. But now with 2 of the GODOX ES45s, what happens is that I can obviously transform this situation right now, transform this situation to one of these. So this is at 10% brightness, 20% brightness, and I haven't even started looking at the color temperature. 30% brightness, 40% brightness, 50, so halfway. So this is now in addition to the natural light. So as I said, natural light is great, but this can already make a difference during the day. To a podcast, to a recording, to a video. And all I have is a normal generic webcam at the moment, or at least what I'm speaking to you right now. This is just through webcam. So leaving it on 60% brightness and just actually playing with the color temperature, you will start to, okay, let's go all the way to the top. So obviously this is what it does. Doesn't look, I won't say it doesn't look as bright, but it's not as orange. And bringing it down a little bit. So this is at 5,000. And yeah, you can already start to see the difference, obviously, in the light and the effect it makes on my face. Bring it down a further bit to 4,000. And I think I like this combination. That's obviously during the day. During the nighttime will be a bit different. We bring it down to 3,000. I like this, but I think, yeah, 3.5. Let's see, 3.5. That's actually quite nice. Or at 60% brightness. 4,000 is also quite nice. It just feels like there's extra sun, which might actually even help for studying at night, which will be quite cool. I'll test them out today, a study with me video, but it goes down to 2800 Kelvin. And yeah, and then switching it off. So going from, let's go to my ideal setting, 60% and 40. And I haven't experimented with the rest, but I just really like how it looks like right now. 60% and 40 to nothing, just natural daylight. Oh, that's what we get. And what I actually wanted to show you was basically how we go from this to this. I have got 2 of the key lights or spotlights that they have at the top there, obviously very adjustable, very easy to adjust from my cell phone. As you can see on this camera app, I can obviously switch one of them on or switch it off. Same with the second one. And this really makes a big difference because it's 7:45 at night. You've seen what it looks like when it's quite dark. And now I can obviously change the color temperature as well as intensity to give me some sort of desired effect, which is my default settings at the moment, which are these, and I pretty much like them. And it really, I guess, enhances what you can get out of a simple webcam by having good light. I haven't gone to the extent of sort of putting, I'll wait for Emma to do that, the extent of putting sort of backlights to bring some sort of color separation, all that kind of stuff. But the thing is, I know already there's an enhanced and a lot better quality by adding these 2 lights. I actually stumbled upon an amazing shop called camerastuff.co.za. So I got these on special. I'll obviously put a link at the bottom of this video in the description for their website. Maybe you can go look at these lights. Maybe this is what you want as a streamer, as a content creator, as a podcaster. You might want a lighting source, and I cannot doubt that you'll be satisfied with these products. I am so happy with the purchase. I've even used them in other aspects, sort of as a lighting condition for some of my study with me videos. It's transformed the lighting in my room. It can transform the lighting anywhere, and it's really quite bright. As I said, there are, as I think in the unboxing, I have mentioned the fact, and I have showed you the fact that there's obviously color temperature that can be corrected. And here's a brilliant example of that. We can obviously change and adjust the intensity, just showing you again, obviously, while we are in these conditions, nighttime conditions where you probably find this favorable. You can obviously change the intensity of the light, and this is just on one light source. This is all happening from my phone, but there's also a removable remote, which gets basically magnetically attached to the back of the light source or the LED light, which you can also use to control. But I obviously like doing this, keeping a preset on my phone. So this is obviously just in terms of changing the intensity of the light source, and then obviously temperatures. So I can obviously make it a lot warmer. This is obviously colors, bring it down to cooler colors, and gives it a different type of hue, a different type of color, depending on your complexion, what you feel is adequate for you. So as I said, doing it on one light source, playing around and adjusting on the second one. And you can obviously see the difference that it makes to my face in terms of, having a key light, one doing the shadow, and depending how dark your room is, you can obviously adjust it, and if you want to really, just make it fully bright on both sides, so you can do that. But lighting is something that you're going to have to learn, but also figure out by yourself. But the thing is that you can only do it when you've got remarkable products. I haven't been able to find any cheaper, and trust me, I've been looking, because obviously lights can be quite expensive. So I was just really so happy that I stumbled upon them. And as I said, links in the description, links to the ES45s that I've been using in this video. And I'll also send links in the description to their website. 1st to the 14th of February 2022, there'll be a special on all GODOX products, so you can get 10 to 25% discount basically on some of their things. And maybe you can do it like me. I got this on a bundle, which actually saved me an extra $1,000 by actually getting it on the bundle. So I got 2 of them, because if I bought one and I decided to buy one at another time, I would have had to spend a bit more. Really check out the site. It's going to enhance some of the podcasts that I'll be able to deliver in the future. Anyway, that's about it. Take care. Cheers.